friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here. You are exactly where you need to be. Today I want to talk to you about something that I've been doing in the last 5 years that have really transformed my life, and that is reading. Before I lose you, because trust me, I would have lost myself if this was a few years ago. Let me tell you that I did not finish a book until I was in college. I hated reading, and I still have a hard time with it now. However, I am very aware of the impacts that it has had in my life, and I feel like it's something I do need to talk about. So today I want to talk to you about 3 potential reasons why you don't like to read. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content similar to this, and don't forget to like this video.
There are probably many of you out there that are like, I've been reading since I was a kid, and we envy you a little bit.
I have friends that are super fast readers. They can get through like 2 or 3 books in a weekend. It takes me like 3 weekends to finish a book. Kudos to all of you that love reading and have loved reading. So one of the main reasons that it's important to read is that if you don't, you are limiting yourself to your own lived experiences so that you can grow in that manner, which is very limiting. So the things that you experience in your life and the things that I experience in my life may be very different. But if we then share those experiences, our worlds expand a little bit more. So if you want to grow and learn more in your life, reading is one of the best ways to do that. So picture this for a quick second. Imagine that you had to write a book about whatever you're interested in. Think about the research and the time and the energy that you would have to put into that book in order for it to be a good book. Now think about all the books that are out there and think about how much knowledge and expertise and research and time and energy are put into those pieces of paper. And of course, reading is not the only way to grow. You can do podcasts, you can do YouTube nowadays, but there's something pretty magical about books. It goes way deeper because even this video, it won't be more than 10 minutes, but a book is 300, 500, 100 pages. So anywho, no more lecturing you on what the reason is that you should be reading. If you're watching this video, it's because you know it's important and you're having trouble with it, just like I was, and I still do sometimes. So let's get into the 3 reasons why you hate reading and what you can do about it. Reason number 1, you are not reading what you are interested in. So if you are measuring your likability of reading by what you were asked to read in school, that does not count. And let me tell you why. Because in school, you're forced to read a certain book and you have a deadline and you've got other competing things going on. You want to hang out with your friends, you want to do things on the weekends. The last thing you want to do is study. So it's very normal to dislike assigned reading. However, when you find something that you're really interested in and you read about that, the experience is totally different. So if you are into cars, if you read about the history of cars or how cars are manufactured or the difference between this type of car and that type of car, I have no idea about cars. But let's say you're interested in sex and you want to learn more about sexual wellness. You want to learn about like the female orgasm. You want to learn about positions. There are books on that type of stuff. Let's say you're interested in food. Oh my God, there's cookbooks, right? There's books on techniques of how to bake and cook different things. Let's say you're interested in Italian culture. Like whatever it is that you are interested in, you can find books that align with those interests. And when you do, the desire to learn and to read kind of comes naturally because it's something you like anyways. You should find what you are interested in and look into reading within that topic. Reason number 2 that you probably hate reading is that you're a slow reader. And let me tell you, my friends, that is me right here. I am a slow reader and I'm actually not a very advanced reader. So if I'm reading something that's very dense, that has a lot of big words, I have to go and look up the words and it takes me a little bit longer. Or, you know, just I mentioned I don't finish a book in a weekend. It takes me a few weekends. So one thing I'd recommend there is practice makes perfect. You can keep reading. Or what I do is I do audiobooks and I love audiobooks. People can read to you. It's freaking great. And a lot of times it's the actual author that reads to you, so you hear their voice. So Michelle Obama's book Becoming, she read the audiobook and I felt like she was telling me her story. And don't get me wrong, I think there's a lot of power in having a physical book, but there's also something beautiful about hearing the author read a book to you. And a lot of times it's not the author, but I highly recommend audiobooks. So the moment that I get in the car, when I go to my mom's house, it's an hour drive, so I get to listen to an hour of an audiobook. And there are times when you're going to get distracted and you'll have to go back, but the beautiful thing about an audiobook is that you can listen to it more than once, and it's definitely what I've done with some of my favorite books. Reason number 3 that you may hate reading is that you are reading without intention. So what in the world do I even mean by that? Maybe somebody recommended a book to you, so you were like, okay, well, I trust this person, I'm gonna go read this book, but you're doing it just because it was recommended to you, not because you have an actual reason to do it. So the next time you want to learn about a particular topic or find answers to whatever questions you may have, try finding a book along that topic and read with an intention. So what I mean is, let's say you want to learn about how croissants are made or the history of croissants. Go find a book that talks about the history of croissants. And once you find your answer, leave the book. So that way the book is serving a purpose. You're not doing it because you think it's something you should do. You're doing it because it's something you want to do. So when you pick up a book in search of a particular answer, it's a lot easier than just reading to read. I'm also going to throw in a bonus tip here, which I think is fabulous because I do it all the time. Anytime you have a book recommended to you, I'm like so excited, I'm getting closer to the camera. Anytime you have a book recommendation and you're interested in it, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go to YouTube and you look up the book name, whatever the book name is, and then summary. There's so many fabulous summaries on YouTube, and it's kind of like an animation, so it's a hand drawing the different cartoons. They are awesome, and they give you a gist of the book, and based on that, if you are interested in it, then read the book. Sometimes the summary is all you need to give you kind of the point of what the book is trying to say, or the summary might be all that you need to know, yeah, that's not really my jam, and I'm not gonna spend, X amount of hours trying to read this book. So that's all I have today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. If you'd like to know what my top book recommendations are, do let me know. Again, they are just recommendations. You need to do what works for you. I hope you resonated with some of these reasons, as well as I hope you enjoyed some of the tips to help kind of combat the struggles that we may face when it comes to reading. If you think of any other reasons or tips, please let us know in the comments section. This is all about community, so feel free to help each other out, give each other tips. I can definitely learn a lot from you as well. So don't be shy, please talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hasta luego!